Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Today, some more Ace Attorney after all those streams of Tears of the Kingdom. Almost said Breath of the Wild, that's not it. Gonna play some more The Great Ace Attorney 2, or Chronicles, Resolve, whatever, yeah? I'm so excited because we got some... It's a different prosecutor this time, because the prosecution is now being tried for murder. Now that's a twist we've never seen in Ace Attorney. Not really, that's false. That happened in, which one? The last case of the first game of Phoenix, right? But yeah, so it's exciting. We have a different prosecutor this time. And that prosecutor is the friend that we thought was dead for a whole game. And half of this game. And then we... anyway, so lots of shockers. So I'm super excited to finally get into the trial and see how this is gonna go about, you know? So let's load that game. First trial, part 1. Here we go. It's gonna be weird because he said he wanted to be a... of course. I mean, I was gonna say he wanted to be a defense attorney and now he's a prosecutor right now, and I'm just like... this is just a Miles Edgeworth situation. Lurking while finishing some emails. Totally understandable. Thank you for lurking. Really appreciate it. Anyway, shall we begin? 2nd of November, 9:20 a.m. Old Bailey Courtroom. Oh, this is so weird. Oh my god! We are here to conduct a fair and just trial, huh? And I think there was no jury in this one? The defense is ready, my lord. The prosecution is more than ready. Oh, I'm so... God damn it, this is so weird. I've been wishing to see you in court again for so long, it feels. But I never pictured it happening like this. I never thought I'd be facing you behind the prosecution's bench. This is so weird. The so-called Reaper of the Bailey has been a scourge like no other, undermining Her Majesty's justice system. Today we must uncover the truth behind this scourge. He's not the Reaper though! In other words, this trial is going to be a lot more far-reaching than Inspector Gregson's murder. Murder. Blah blah blah. Oh my god. Oh right, Gregson was the victim. God damn it. I forgot. I've been playing so much Zelda. Oh my god, right. No. How will that work, my lord? Oh, the burden of all arbitration and adjudication falls on my shoulders. Therefore, as you will see, there's no jury. That's so weird. It's so empty. An empty jury is so weird. If no members of the public are present, might I ask who is currently occupying the gallery, my lord? Oh. They are members of the judiciary, here to witness proceedings and ensure an equitable trial. Members of the judiciary? Oh my, this is a very unusual trial already. Oh god, this is so weird. Are both aliens? Oh dear. That's true, we're both from Japan. That's so weird. That is very strange. I believe it takes an outsider to see the truth sometimes. And I stand here in the courtroom now, I'm quite certain. This is the reason why I had to come to Britain. Oh, no, Kazuma. Kazuma? Oh, this is so strange. All right, Judge. Let's get this going. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Something I've noticed. Every time Kazuma's head like turns down a little bit or he bows, you see his eyelashes and it makes him look so pretty. And I'm super jealous because my eyelashes are a little short, but they all like go downward. They're like straight down, so they always stab my eyes and I want to get rid of them. I'm so jealous, dude. Why are you so pretty? Anyway. Apologies. The incident took place on 1st November, at just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The location was a building of flats on Fresno Street, on the outskirts of the city. The victim's body was discovered there, in an old single-room rental property. Oh, Greg, see, no! Ah, no. The professor case. How sure are you about the time of the incident? Several witnesses on the street outside heard the gunshot, and all have reported the same time. Yes, that's what Gina told us too. There were a number of witnesses. I have here a plan of the room. Why is he so... The room is so big, but he's right in the corner. The victim was found curled up in one corner. It's believed that he was shot from the front of the at point blank range and died instantly. Okay, is there gonna be like, what's it called? You know, the burn that happens when it's like within a really close range? A gunpowder burn or something? I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Thank you, Kazuma, for telling me for knowing when I asked this question. Okay. Such marks are caused by the gunpowder used to fire the bullet. But powder hot enough to leave scorch marks is only ejected a few inches beyond the end of the barrel. In other words, it only happens when the target is at point-blank range. I've heard that my friends with long eyelashes come with its own struggles. Yeah, I don't want them to be extremely long. I just wish they were a little longer and not so downward pointing. Because it's a struggle. And the only solution I could think of is getting like double eyelid surgery, but I don't think I'd look good with like the crease. I think I like the way I look with my monolids, you know? So I've been thinking about it for years, but just the thought of like, oh, what if I look ugly? Or what if it makes me look worse? I don't want that. I like my monolids, but also I wish my eyes would stop being stabbed by the things that grow around my eyes. How about an eyelash lift? I don't know. Because it's a temporary solution, right? I've thought about it. We'll see. I want something that's a bit more permanent though, you know? But those are all good good solutions. Alright, let's take a look at that autopsy report. Hold on, Cosmo, you're gonna have to wait. Hold on. Autopsy. Tobias Gregson, male, age 45. Time of death. There's no time of death. So, I'm gonna assume he might be alive. Victim was shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the body from behind. Additional observations: the caliber of the gun used matches that of standard issue firearms for members of the judiciary. So I'm gonna assume they didn't check the pulse. They felt the body and they were like, oh, he's warm, so he died instantly, like right now. So he could. I'm like, why are they like this? People love not checking the time of death or the pulse. I know, it's so annoying. Alright, Gregsy, I'm gonna assume you're alive, but I don't know for sure yet. The murder weapon was found lying beside the victim. Alright. No! They just assumed it was Van Ziek's because he's missing a gun. That he lost ages ago. Bravo, Kazuma-sama. For not trying to use the gun as evidence when its provenance can't be proven. Furthermore, my lord, as I've explained, the revolver was fired at extremely close range. The bullet passed through the victim and struck the wall behind him. There's a candelabrum mounted on that wall, and the tip of one of the candles in it was found to have been blown off by the projectile. We noticed that too, didn't we? Yes, that's right. Okay. I'm trying to think of the significance other than the fact that it was there at close range, or shot at close range. Alright, so he was found here. Shot there. Okay, there's not really much to go off of this right now. And we still don't know what this is used for. Hugh Boone. Oh, right. We don't know if that's actually someone's name or if that was a pseudonym. I don't remember. But there is a precious little furniture inside, and it is generally in a poor state of repair. So what on earth was Gregson even doing there? Presumably he was investigating some case or other. When a policeman was informed of the gunshot from the witnesses and rushed to the scene, he found only the deceased inspector and the accused standing alongside, holding the revolver. Again, we need to stop picking up guns or else you're gonna be accused of the murder. The attending officer arrested the accused on the spot, which is also, not great. In that case, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Oh my god, this is weird. Lord Van Zieks! As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office he's taken, and will be compelled to tell the truth. I don't know. You say that, but we always have this issue on the stand. Oh no! Van Zieks! This is weird! You're not supposed to be on there! You're supposed to be on the side of the prosecution. This is so strange. So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Excuse me. Baroque Van Zieks, Old Bailey prosecutor. Times the witness hasn't lied in Ace Attorney Game 0. I know, they always have lied, even if they're innocent. A little bit. Like, they might be tiny lies, but they're there. Oh my god, this is so weird. I did. Sometimes it's unintentional, yeah. No, I would suck being on the stand because I always forget details. Like, I'll be like, oh wait, I remember something because my brain just won't function right. So, I would be awful. They'd be like, oh, your credibility is going down. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, my brain just doesn't work. It's why I hate doctor's visits, because I do the same thing at the doctor. I'm always like, okay, I'll talk about this, this, and that, and then I'll be walking back to, like, the train station, be like, shit, I forgot to say the other thing, and now I have to, like, make another appointment? Oh god, I would be so bad. Oh dear. Then I'm sure the court would like to hear you explain some things away. Namely, why you were there in the room on Fresno Street at the time in question. And what exactly took place. Oh dear. I intend to explain away nothing. I will simply tell the truth. Will you though? Please, Fanseeks. I would be fine, but I bet I would lose credibility because I write everything down. I need to write things down. I try to write everything down, but sometimes I even forget that. For doctor's offices, I literally have checklists. Oh my god, yeah, no, this is my problem. I tell myself I'm gonna write a list, and then I forget to write the list, and then by the time I need to go to the office, the doctor's office, I'm like, well, too late for the list. I'm gonna go, I'm sure I'll remember, and then I don't. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that's difficult to break. No. I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside, and I saw no one. A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. What? What? Oh. That testimony was the whole truth? It was? So, you heard a shot being fired in a room with no living occupants. And moments later, a corpse somehow appeared before your eyes, is that it? You're right, you haven't explained away anything. In fact, that would barely qualify as an excuse. I thought you were my mute apprentice. Yet it turns out you have a way with words. Excuse me, Prosecutor Asogi. Singular isn't the word, it's laughable. Oh dear, what's got into Kazuma? He's not behaving like himself at all. Well, it has been a year. With amnesia. Oh dear, how are we gonna pick this testimony apart? Oh, there's not much to go on, but we'll see. Oh, that's weird! That's weird! I'm curious though, what was he investigating? Like, why would he investigate Gregson? You were investigating the inspector. What on earth for? God damn it, of course. No! How am I supposed to help you? Help me help you! I'd identified a distinct possibility that Gregson was involved in a case I was investigating. Regrettably, though, he was killed before I could secure the proof I needed. So you knew he was gonna be there. Fanseeks, no! Don't be reading other people's diaries! Oh no. You illegally entered the man's office. In Japan, that alone could constitute a very serious offense. Oh dear. So, in summary, you're investigating the victim. And yet, you refuse to tell the court why. Oh no, stop! I didn't realize British prosecutors enjoyed such freedom to choose what to divulge under oath. Why did I ever think I could defend this man? No, you don't have more faith. Come on. We have to help him. We have to help him because no one else would. Had you ever been to the address before? No, never. I only learned of the place as a result of my investigations into Gregson's activities. You mean snooping? There was no light inside when I entered, so it was all but impossible to make out anything. But at 5 PM, the sun would only just have gone down. It would still have been reasonably light outside. Hold on. I think it was boarded up. I don't remember exactly, but I think the room was boarded up, so maybe that's why it was dark. The room has a window, but it was boarded shut. Okay, yeah, it was. Good. Very little light found its way into the room from outside, so it was extremely murky inside. I wouldn't have noticed if the victim was already lying on the floor. There was no artificial light in the room, you say? You're quite sure? I'm quite sure that the part of the room where the body was found was very dark. I have a feeling there was a small oil lamp burning on the desk, though. I couldn't say for certain. No, Van Zeeks! But there was a light, though. A candlelight. Though I wonder if the candlelight, excuse the voice crack, I wonder if the candlelight would have spread to the floor. Because it is not super high up, but high up enough where I'm kind of questioning it. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. There is a small desk in the room just here. Yes, I remember. And there was an oil lamp on it, as well as the framed photograph of the lady whose husband is missing, but we have the photo of the husband, who I think is part of this whole scenario here. Oh, okay. So, who fired the gun? He just said he didn't see anything. I have no idea. I didn't see anybody else in the room. But you say it was very dark in there. I feel like Van Zeeks would be more vigilant about that kind of thing, so I don't know if I... I don't know about that, Yunosuke. Oh. Without doubt, the sound emanated from inside the room. I could smell the gunpowder. This is going from bad to worse. No! Don't say that! No. Oh. What? The barrel of the revolver I picked up was cold, and there was no smell of spent powder. That is weird. But then where on earth is the gun that was fired? Whilst I would like to oblige you with an answer, I'm afraid I can't. I too would dearly like to know that. No! This cross-examination. I'm not getting the information I need. Hold on. I want to know... I wish I could look at, I wish I could look at the profiles, because... Let's see, Van Zeeks is 6'3". I'm gonna assume in this photo he's not that much shorter. He's probably about the same height, so 6'3"-ish. So Gregson's pretty tall too, I guess. a little shorter. I don't remember how tall the candle thing was, though. Oh well. A man, you say? One of the witnesses, I presume? That's right. One of the street merchants working on Fresno Street. A match seller. Wait, hold on. Can I look at... How far back does it go? No. There was something said about a match for the gun earlier. So that's... I'm gonna keep that in mind, the match seller. I wonder if this was a setup. We'll see. Yes, Gina told us about that yesterday, didn't she? They burst through the door with some force, it would seem. They did, and almost gave me a heart attack in the process. Oh dear. But you're supposed to be the Reaper. I mean, but he's not the Reaper, Ryunosuke. That's weird, though. What do you mean by that? In what way did the body appear? I honestly can't explain it, but it's the truth. Motorcycle outside, please. Now is not the time. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point, and then suddenly, there it was. Did you perhaps hear the sound of the victim falling to the ground just beforehand? I'm so confused. What is happening here? But there was also a red wig. No, we have not heard enough. My lord, the cross-examination has clearly revealed that the accused, Baroque Van Zieks, is lying on multiple fronts. No! You can't assume that from what you hear, dude. No! Kazuma, no! What? What is that supposed to mean? No! In his testimony just now, he claims that he failed to notice the victim's body because the room was dark. Okay. No, that's impossible. But how do you know it was lit at that time? How does that prove anything? I see a spelling mistake. I think they meant if. It, not it, if. If you examine the tip of the long candle, you can see it has been blown off by the powerful impact. I thought Edgy was the prettiest prosecutor, but no. I know what you mean. Kazuma wins definitely. For sure. know, but what if he was killed beforehand? But then also that would be weird because, like, I don't know, because I want him to be alive. I don't want Gregsy to be dead. We could reasonably expect someone to have lit all 3 candles together, which begs the question of why only one has ended up longer than the others. Oh, you make too much sense, Kazuma, but I need to win this. That must be because the particular candle was extinguished when the others were still burning. No. That's right. When the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. But the other 2 candles would still have been burning, so the fact is, the victim's body would have been illuminated by the light still thrown by the candle. How do I pronounce that? Candelabrum? Candelabrum? Hold on. I can't pronounce it. Pronounce it for me, Google. Candelabrum. Okay. That sounds weird. I don't like that. Candelabrum. Sure. And the accused claim that he couldn't see the body clearly contradicts those facts. At least let me finish the fucking cross-examination. Wow, Kazuma's ruthless, dude. And now to the next lie. There's more! The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before. Oh no, fucking A! Okay, also though, this music is great. In the almost empty room, the police discovered something very unusual. A board covered from top to bottom in police documents and newspaper cuttings. Yes, that's right. We saw it too. It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. However, they included a number of reports from various historical cases, the oldest of which was from 10 years ago. 10 years ago? This is starting to sound familiar. Of course it is! No! And there's a common thread linking all of the documents on that board. Oh no, is it the Reaper? Of course, they all relate to cases prosecuted in court by Baroque Van Zieks. That doesn't mean he was there. Maybe it was Gregson. Okay, but still, this music slaps. It's great. And furthermore, all those cases are ones in which the defendant was acquitted. Oh my god. Maybe Gregsy was trying to get to the bottom of why all the people were, like, getting killed or something. Interestingly, none of those defendants are alive today, because all of them have been sent to their graves by the Reaper. Again, he's not the Reaper! Oh no! Exactly, Susato, oh no! In short, that dingy little room is the Reaper's secret hideout and his base of operations. No! The Reaper's hideout? And yet the Reaper would claim never to have been to his own secret hideout. No one would believe that. No, the truth is, we've been looking at this backwards. No, no, no! It's all conjecture, stop! Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. And I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. I think that's Gregsy's secret hideout. God damn it. Maybe, I don't know. Judge, this is too fast. We didn't even finish the cross-examination. No, we didn't get to No, we didn't get to finish. Excuse me, he didn't even give any proof. Kazuma, I'm very disappointed. Kazuma's done a brilliant job as ever. He's drawing on his experience as a defense attorney to build his prosecution case. And it's formidable. Kazuma's allure, the ultimate power. I know. I mean, he studied for this shit. Of course he's gonna be really difficult to go up against, but Jesus. Okay, I have to take a look at this board. Hold on. He said he's gonna call new witnesses right now. I bet it's those two red-headed people that were in Sholmes' office. There are details of a whole raft of cases dating back years on here, aren't there? This paper from 10 years ago is browning with age. Look! Out of interest, the most recent thing appears to be this newspaper cutting here. Oh, it's the same Red-Headed League advertisement that Mr. Sholmes had picked out. And do you remember, there was a red hairpiece at the scene too? I did remember, and I took note of that last time. Was Inspector Gregson an exponent of the Red-Headed League then? I think he was... That was maybe like... There's a handprint. Oh, what's this? Oh, voice. Mr. Naruhodo, look! Oh god, voice! Oh my goodness! Okay, I'm good. Oh, yes, it's a smudge of some kind. In fact, it looks just like a handprint. It looks like a bloody handprint, dude. Oh no. Oh dear, how disturbing. How disturbing. I think a stronger reaction is in order, Susato, please. Okay. I mean, they didn't really see anything, did they? Alright, here we go. Oh, this is weird to see from front. Alright, bye. We're gonna see some two redheads. No, we're not! Wow! I expected to see the redhead. Oh my god, Beppo! Oh my god, did Beppo lose his job? Okay, those redheads weren't there, fine. So, witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. Dude, what happened to your lip, dude? Names? We don't use names. Far too fancy for the likes of us. Okay, I know the person who's selling matches is probably on the left. The person in the middle is person in the middle or Beppo is the news person. What do they call them? Okay, well, whatever. We're just free and easy. Sell what we like, live where we want to live. I give them all vacant stare as they walk down Fresno and spin a few words into the verse for them. Fun fact, character on the left is a throwback to Professor Layton vs. Phoenix, right? I need to play that game. I have it on standby for whenever. Outfit is the same. Got it. Okay. I've been meaning to play that though. I'll probably play it eventually, but for a later time. Beppo! Gossip. Okay, hold on, dude. Are you okay? Your neck. You look like you got hung. Everyone calls me Gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passers-by, you know? Jaunty little tidbits. Got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right up your... What is that word? 6 pence is the price, and not a penny less. Dude, are you okay? Wait, you're actually trying to sell it to me now. Now is not the time. Try the man. Give him the money and see what it is. No! We are in court right now. Now is not the time. Judge! Alright. 6 pence it is. It's gonna be a load of garbage. I don't care. Unless it's Rolly and... What was the girl's name? Pat? I don't even know if Rolly was the name of the guy either. We paid 6 pence for that. Is that it? That was not worth any money whatsoever. No. Absolutely not. We're done here. I am curious, yes, about what's going on just under that fat bottom lip of yours. Namely, that unusual bruise or whatever it is that's poking out from under your collar. Okay, I'm glad they brought that up. You know, get good eyes. I'm more curious about that too. I'll pay 6 pence for that story. Why did you guys make me pay the man? Come on. Me? I'm Venus. That's what everyone calls me. Funny, innit? I sell these lovely little fireworks to those local school kids. That's not... Oh, what the fuck? No. Not only did she light the firecracker, she threw the lit match behind her onto the ground. What are you doing? No. You weren't exaggerating with little. Do they actually sell? Oh yeah, the second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Especially when I tell them that if you get 100, they could blow up the school. No! No! Venus! What'd you say then, eh? Want to part with the 6 pence for a pop? No! Wait, what? You want me to buy one? Tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret. No more. No! I don't want to blow up the courtroom! Stop! Kazuma, please. Susato, no! Judge, do you want to test this out to see if it will actually blow up the courtroom? Look, if I pay the lady, she gives me a courtroom blow up amount, like enough to blow up the courtroom, and it actually works, I'm gonna be in trouble. This courtroom functions as a trash can, explosives, wine, and corn cobs. I know. Alright, I'll buy one. No, don't buy one. Don't give in. Oh my god. Lovely stuff. Right then, this is something a bit extra, just for you. Whoa, they're big! The Venus Special. Only 600 pence. No! 6 pence is what I agreed to pay, not 600. 600?! It's 100 of my regular fireworks. Nothing little about that, is there? No, and there'd be nothing left about the punishment if I blew up the Old Bailey either. No. And And the last witness, what name do you go by and what do you sell? Oh, he's the peddler. I'm a thinker, me. Think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. I think. Because I stand there on the street, watching the world go on about me. They call me the Observator. You're Beppo. Sandwich? Oh my god, is it because of the boards? Hot. No more purchases today, please. Kazuma, you better pay me back that fucking money, because you guys, I've been bullied by all 3 people in this courtroom right now, and they conduct their business on oh my god, on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene. Alright, I want to know how loud. I'm gonna assume that maybe this might have been the gunshot he heard. Have you an idea, Mr. Naruhodo? You're staring at the end of the string of fireworks. Sorry, it's just that it's the Venus special. I was wondering what 600 pence worth of fireworks would sound like. Shall we find out? What? But she said it could blow up the whole courtroom. Oh my god. Alright, that was fairly sizable bang. My ears are still ringing, Mr. Naruhodo. It sounded almost exactly like... Am I right? It almost sounded exactly like a gunshot! I'm gonna guess he was set up. In some way. Venus de Milo, oh my god. I like how he's just called Sandwich now. Everyone's forgotten who he is. He was Beppo, the carriage driver who made people pay more than he needed because he felt like he wasn't paid enough, which is true. He probably isn't paid enough, or wasn't paid enough, but still. From the McGilded case. I like to imagine when Sasato and Ryunosuke are like talking with each other, they're just watching him, like they're giving him the time to like look at his evidence and like turn on that firecracker. Alright, here we go. We saw the whole thing from start to finish, we did. Everything from the moment they went in the building. It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang. Seems to me that quick to talk is a quick to walk. Gossip couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. Okay. I ran into the room and there he was, the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body. I was scared half to death, me, so I ran off to find a copper. I really do like her outfit. If these witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything, who did they see go inside the building? Really now? But wait, the room is just one of several flats in the building. Someone from the other flat could have done it. All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied. That's so weird. Can you stop doing that with your lip? The room in which the inspector was found is the only property in the building that's currently leased. And we know the leaseholder's name, don't we? It's Hugh Boone. Who is Hugh Boone? No, no, it's not him. I don't believe it. We didn't even finish the thing for Van Zieks. In a closed court like this, without a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters. I have to break down this testimony. Somehow. God, Cosmo, why are you making everything so hard? It's so difficult. Did you now? When you say they, who do you mean exactly? Inspector Gregson and the defendant, Lord Van Zieks? I suppose so. The likes of us don't know the names of the high and mighty. But I'll tell you one thing. He was the old Reaper that went in last, that's for sure and certain. Well, I mean, I believe that, at least. Just behind Inspector Gregson, did they arrive at the same time as each other? No, no, not at all. The first fella must have gone inside a good 15 minutes before we heard that gunshot. Oh, his eyes are open when he looks up. But Gregson doesn't have red hair. But I mean, he could have been wearing a wig, yes, but he doesn't have red hair. But his hair's not red. Wait a minute. You're saying the man was a redhead? And a big trunk. But Inspector Gregson's hair isn't red. Not by a stretch of the imagination. It seems likely that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Gregson at all, but some other third party. No, I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct. Oh, come on. I mean, he was wearing a wig. Oh my... Why were you wearing a wig, dude? Yes, that's Inspector Gregson, alright. God damn it. Why? And a red hairpiece. Oh no. Of course, we saw one of these on the floor when we investigated the scene, didn't we? I still refuse to believe Inspector Gregson wore a hairpiece, though. Hairpiece though. So then why on earth would he be wearing something like that? That's so weird. Hold on, I need a better look. I don't like seeing him down like that either. No, Gregsy! You know, for the amount of chips he eats, though, he's a very fit. Alright. Nothing really... Hold on. Yeah, nothing really new there right now. And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying? I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene. I wonder if... Huh, never mind, I don't know, hold on. So it just disappeared. That's weird. I wonder if... Okay, here's a theory time with very limited information. So here's what I think. Gregson was investigating, the redheaded... What were they called? Redheaded League or something? Okay. He was investigating the Redheaded League, I'm gonna assume. So he donned the redhead, the wig, whatever, went in, got in, and then they found out he wasn't actually a redhead. But killing him would be kind of overkill, but okay, let's just pretend he did. They did. So they saw a redheaded guy go in with the trunk. He was in the trunk, and they let them bleed out over there and die or whatever. And then Van Zieks came in. I don't know. But then Van Zieks said he saw the diary entry that said he was gonna go there at 5, so that doesn't make sense either. I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. Okay, and you say that you heard the noise almost as soon as you saw the defendant enter the building. That's right. It was almost straight away. Bang it went, just like that. Well, he's the Reaper, isn't he? It's what the French call a fate... what? He doesn't, though. Or I wonder if that room is the base of the Reaper, but not Van Zieks. The Reaper couldn't allow the Inspector to live after he discovered his secret hideout. There can be no clear motive for the crime. Though I wonder if that's what happened, but it wasn't Van Zieks. Because we are in the assumption that, currently in this court right now, that we're using the Reaper as Van Zieks, but what if the Reaper isn't Van Zieks, which I 100% believe Van Zieks isn't the guy who killed these people, but like, the Reaper learned of this and was like, no, we gotta get rid of this guy. I don't know, the redhead stuff is... I'm trying to kind of factor that in, but it's not working. And at that point, you ran inside, is that correct? Oh, Beppo. Beppo. So, when Gossip ran to see what had happened, did you go too? You were way behind, presumably, with that sandwich board around your neck and that big sign in your hand. What a great burden you bear. Pardon me for asking, Mr. Sandwich, but is it possible you and I have met before? Yes, Junosuke, he was the guy who did the carriage. The McGilded case. I'm not anybody, me. The signs are what make me who I am now. I signed, therefore I am. So, you weren't employed as an omnibus driver just under a year ago then? He was! He was! Beppo! No, he's shaking! I might be mistaken, but I believe his trembling has intensified, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I agree. He's clearly been through a lot. Oh no! Oh dear, you've made him hide behind a sign. Life is full of surprises. What does that have anything to do with the case, though? So then, you were the first person to arrive on the scene, is that right? That I was. Kicked the door open like a professional I did, and yelled out, What's going on here? And then you ran away. Lord Van Zeeks claims all he heard was a man's scream, though. And was it dark inside the room? Okay. No, no, because the door opens like this, so the first thing he would see in the room isn't even Van Zeeks being here at all. The first thing he would see is an empty room. So that's a lie. I see. Even though Lord Van Zeeks claims not to have seen any such lights on the wall. The next thing I noticed was someone standing right beside the body. The accused, Baruch Van Zeeks. Ah, but that's not true though. You couldn't have seen it. Even Beppo doesn't think so. Beppo says otherwise to this guy's testimony here. Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich? Mr. Sandwich. There's really nothing to me. Empty in all the head I am. Just 2 slices with no middle. So I don't know what you could want with me. I mean, you said something was happening. I think that maybe you just remembered something. Having heard Mr. Gossip's last statement, I mean. What I think is, we're all nothing, really. We try to dress ourselves up as something else, but at the end of the day, we're all just street sellers. That's enough out of you, Sandwich. Keep your trap shut now. Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich. Wow, are you threatening someone in a courtroom right now, dude? When he saw the Reaper, he fell clean over on his backside. That's it. Oh, you rotten beggar. I told you to keep that a secret. You're not supposed to lie in court, dude. He screamed, he did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. That's all I wanted to say. Mr. Gossip, is this true? The floor was dead slippery, that's why. Planted my hands in a filthy pool of blood, didn't I? Yuck. But how? No, but you're so far away from where Gregson was, that doesn't make sense. Okay, but this guy's testimony is so badly contradictory with the evidence of, like, this floor plan. It's... God, yeah, it's dumb. Dumb. Alright, dude. What? A pool of blood? But listen here, even when I was sprawled on the floor, I still kept giving the Reaper a cold, hard stare. And don't you forget it. You're a liar. Let's just go back a little. Did you say you got blood on your hand? That's impossible, dude. I did. Happens to do the best of us at times, doesn't it? No, blood on your hand is not normal. I mean, unless you're bleeding, but you know. So I was scared, so I slipped over. We can keep it just between us, can't we? You're in a courtroom, everyone heard you. No, Mr. Gossip. I'm going to have to ask you to add that information to your formal testimony. Oh, if I must. Yeah, you must. Alright, let's hear what you gotta say about this thing. You wiped your hand on the floor? Well, who wants blood on his hand, eh? Horrible stuff. They might have thought I'd done it. No tar. And you didn't think that might be a problem. Does it really matter if I left a few grubby handprints on the floor? They'd all get cleaned up in the end, won't they? No, it's weird. It was a crime scene. I'm gonna assume there's no handprints on the floor. No, my lord. I didn't remember anything in the report about a bloody handprint on the floor. That's all. You wiped it off, but it wasn't on the floor. Yes, because a bloody handprint is less suspicious, I know. My dude, you are... I wonder, could that be what happened? No, Yunosuke, we know. I don't have all the answers yet. But I think we may have just uncovered a vital clue. We did! Yunosuke, we did! Okay, I don't need your testimony right now. This guy. Ha ha! So you wiped off the blood from your hand on the floor of the room. Are you quite sure about that? Well, what else do you expect me to have done, eh? Does it really matter? It does! It does matter! The police found no such handprint on the floor during their investigations. What exactly is the defense asserting? If you listen, you'll find out, Prosecutor Asogi. Remember, we're not friends right now. We're against each other at the moment. Kazuma. Certainly, there was no bloody handprint found on the floor. What are you trying to say? There was a handprint in blood left very clearly at the scene. On the back of this notice board. Dude, what the hell? It's there. Yes, it is. What the fuck? Hot actual hero? Wait, I was trying to read the sign this whole time. It says hot actual hero. What the fuck? The witness very definitely testified that he wiped his hand on the floor. Any handprint on the back of that board are irrelevant. No! Not if the board itself had fallen over on the floor. In that case, it's quite possible for the witness's handprint to have ended up there. Just look at the floor plan of the room. The notice board was in the opposite corner of the room to the victim, and in an upright position. Even if it had somehow been toppled and was lying on the floor at the time, it would have been a considerable distance from the body. Yeah, and he said the first thing he saw was the body, but that makes no sense, because once he opens the room and walks in, the first thing he would see is the toppled over thing. So he had to have gone into the room towards the body first, and then, wiped his hand on that thing. I fell over when I came across the body. So I was basically right next to the corpse, not on the other side of the room. In other words, the defense's assertion is contradictory. But then why is it there? We're not denying that, we're just stating what we see, dude. Yes, it is. There's a definite contradiction here, for which there must be a reason. Not really, but... I have, my lord. This discrepancy between the witness's account and the location of the handprint is explained by... false testimony, I think? I mean, that makes sense, right? False testimony? Because there is no other handprint. We didn't see any. Either that or the board moved, but I don't think that's the case either. I don't know. There was no other handprint, I'm sure. The board moving doesn't really make sense. I mean, the only one I could say would make the most sense is the board move. I mean, not board, sorry. The false testimony, but that is weird. But the board could have moved. I mean, he would have wanted to wipe the blood right away. I don't know. So it's one of these two, because there's no hand... You know, though, I think he wouldn't have said that it was his handprint for sure if he wanted to lie, so... I'm gonna go for the board moving, but we'll see. I did save, right? You know what, whatever, it's too late. The real contradiction here is the handprint itself, not where it was found. As the court can see, it's upside down. That is interesting, I guess. Oh, so that it should have been toppled over, but then maybe someone moved it up, right? It tells one simple fact. When this handprint was made, the board must have been lying on the floor as previously suggested, which means that after the incident, it must have been moved. What? Hot actual hero. I can't get over that fucking sign. You're claiming that somebody moved the notice board after the shooting. Then tell the court who. I don't know. I don't know that yet, but the point is, when you consider all the testimony we've heard so far, we can now be very clear on one point. The position of the notice board at the time of the incident, my lord. At the time of the incident, where do you maintain it? I mean, if it's close to the body, it has to be here, right? So, yeah, okay, oh wait, that's... I pressed A. This is the only possible location. Yes. If the court would think back to the testimony given by the defendant earlier, he said that when he entered the room, it was dark, and he couldn't see the body. If the notice board had been here, the body would have been completely hidden from view, and the light from the candles would have been blocked, making the room appear darker. But the accused also claims that the victim's body simply appeared before him. That's true. Or, in his precise words, just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door— I know it's fancy, but I'm gonna pretend Susato saying it. The door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. Again, stop picking up guns, I know. I don't know about calling it a scream, but he was talking about me and no mistake. Because it was me that kicked the door open. If you look again at the floor plan, oh my god. Consider what would happen if the door to the room was thrown open with force. Yeah, that makes sense. That can't be. The door struck the notice board, knocking it over, and making the victim's body visible. That checks out. It does make sense. My client has told nothing but the truth. He has simply described what he saw. Oh. Why are prosecutors so dramatic? I mean, they're both dramatic. Ryunosuke being like, oh my god, flings back into the wall. But like, they always choose like a pretty looking dramatic look. Like, Van Zieks is like, oh, my heart. You know? After the incident, somebody must have righted the board and moved it into the position where the police, myself, and my colleagues saw it when investigating the room. Ooh, who would have done it then? What? Me, my lord? You and your fellows were there at the scene before anybody else. It goes without saying that you must know something about the position of the notice board. That is true. What is that pose, though? The mystery of the moving board. I don't know anything about that there notice board. I just wiped my hand on it, that's all. Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time. Did you say you were there at the scene, though? I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. I'm just a sign at the crossroads of life. It was that Reaper, I bet. He's gotta face the screams board. What the fuck, dude? No. I can't see how this changes anything anyway. The detective still died when we heard the gunshot. No. But Van Zieks didn't do it, I'm sure. Shaken by the crime they witnessed, and with only the light of a few candles and oil lamp by which to see, we can't expect these witnesses to be able to give a more precise account of what happened. No, that's not fair. Can we get a GoFundMe for Beppo? I know how hard it must be for him to get a job. Like, what if that information got out to the public that he, like, was scamming people with money because he wasn't getting paid enough? I mean, to be fair, he should have been paid enough, but... And so it was hard for him to get another job. That must suck. That's right, yeah. You don't pay him to expect too much. It's a man's endless quest for knowledge that's destroying the world. That's what I think. Do you really? In any case, as this testimony shows, even if the notice board was moved by somebody following the incident, it makes no difference. When the gunshot rang out, the accused was the only person at the scene. In short, the only person who could possibly have committed this crime is Baroque Van Zieks. You know what's funny though? Ryunosuke and Kazuma have the same actions, like very similar. I mean, Kazuma is more like put together, you know? So his like surprise is like, ugh, right? He has his face in his hand, like, you know, that whatever. Like, not identical exactly, they're very similar. And like, Ryunosuke also, they both punch the floor, I mean not the floor, the bench. They both point out, and I mean, I guess that's because Ryunosuke learned how to be, what he sees, learned how to be a lawyer by watching like Kazuma, like his actions, so he's kind of like mimicking them in some way, but it is kind of interesting to see both sides kind of doing something similar. I was crying about it until someone came back from the dead. Yeah, I know. Oh no. Most certainly, my lord. Okay. Not that you're mad at Asogi. Please stay alive. I need this. I know. Don't die again, okay? Or don't pretend to die again, please. So you admit that it was the board you wiped your bloody hand on? Admit it? What's to admit? Is that plain as day for all to see? A smashing print of my right hand. Perhaps you wanted to hide that handprint. So you righted the notice board and pushed it onto the corner, did you? No, imagine the weight of that great lump. Do I look like a powerful and well-nurtured man? I mean, it doesn't look that heavy. Well, did you see anything else moving the board? Or anybody else moving the board? I've got nerves of steel, I can tell ya, but even I have my limits. There was a body on the floor in front of me, the Grim Reaper himself standing over it. And there was precious little light inside either. My bald lip was all a quiver. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know. In other words, the witness is unable to give definite testimony on that point. Of course he can't. Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it, okay? We're doing business with second years, which is weird. When you say you were doing business with them, you mean you were selling them fireworks? Yeah, what else? There's the Priory School just around the corner, see? Those cheeky little so-and-sos have got a plan to blow the school to kingdom come. That's not something you should be encouraging. So I've been telling on them, letting the teachers know what they're up to. Oh, you have? Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt, so I let the school know the kids are playing with dodgy toys, while selling them said dodgy toys. Why? Then, praise the Lord, the teachers take all the fireworks off him. And then, praise the Lord again, the kids all come back to me to buy more. Everyone's happy, see? No, not everyone's happy, that's messed up. Venus! What a racket. Of course, and sometimes the teachers give me a little bonus to thank me for letting me know. No, oh my god, so you get even more money for letting them know. Even though you're the one that sold them in the first place. It's a busy old life selling explosives. Oh. Thanks for the 5 bits, Apple. I really appreciate them. Don't know why you have them. Didn't buy them. I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you. Much appreciated. The kids know why they shouldn't, so... and they still keep buying them. Well, telling barefaced lies is kind of my thing, really. I'm ever so good at it. Oh, Beppo, you always have something to say about them. Excuse me. Something wrong, Mr. Sandwich? It's Beppo, dude. Mr. Sandwich. If I said it was, could we just leave it at that? Would that be the end of it? No. Did Miss Venus's statement just now bring something to mind, perhaps? Philosophical thoughts, deep philosophical thoughts. What the fuck? Let's say there was a great liar, and that great lie is said without batting an eye. Telling barefaced lies is a kind of my thing. I'm ever so good at it. Would those words of hers be a lie too? Or the truth, in which case she's not a liar? It's a hellish paradox, that one, don't you think? So she's lying about being a good liar, but she's lying pretty well, so okay. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But it seems to me you're suggesting Miss Venus has been lying, are you? Sandwich? Excuse me. What you on about, old man? Trying to cause trouble, are ya? Keep on like that, and I'll wrap your whole body in firecrackers and set them off. That'll give you something to tremble about. That's messed up. You're threatening someone in the courtroom, dude. So Miss Venus has lied in her testimony. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Sandwich? Oh my god. Well, if it means I'll be burning in hellfire for the rest of my days, so be it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can you elaborate, please, sir? Old Blabbermouth here, headed for the room where the gunshot seems to come from. But there was someone else who crept up the stairs behind him, too. That's right. That lie over there. So she was there. She keeps kissing it. So these witnesses aren't very reliable, are they, Kazuma? What did I tell you, eh? I said I was good at telling barefaced lies, didn't I? That's not good, though. Ah, yes, you mentioned it. Well, that revelation rocked the whole courtroom, didn't it? Who knew firecrackers packed such a punch? Poor Ryunosuke. Well, now you come to mention it, I suppose perhaps I do clearly remember climbing the stairs to the room, yeah? Either you clearly remember it or you don't. Ryunosuke, you should know by now, the witness stand is always trouble. Always trouble. Oh yes, my lord, of course. Of course. Maybe I did sneak along behind gossip and have a little peek into the room where it all happened. Oh wait, no, let's go back to that. You make a habit of lying, do you, Miss Venus? Well, I suppose so. I don't really know, to be fair. If you want my advice, though, I take everything I said with a big pinch of salt. Okay. Not reassuring. Alright, but did you in fact go to the room where the victim was killed on the day in question? Or, you did in fact go into the room where the victim was killed on the day in question, didn't you? Oh please, as if I would. I can't think of anything more terrifying. The truth, please. It's like, I'm done with dealing with your bullshit. Well, alright, just a bit then. I mean, a girl my age is curious about stuff, you know. Did you touch anything at the scene? And no lies, please. Oh, please, as if I would. I mean, there was a dead body on the floor. The truth, please. I knew that was gonna happen again. Well, alright, just a bit then. I had a look to see if there was anything I could sell. So I did give the place a once-over, but it was nothing to write home about. Stop lying. Right, now I hesitate to ask, but... you didn't move the notice board by any chance, did you? Oh, please! As if I would touch anything like that. Just a few bits of loose change is all I had. The truth, please. Like... At this point, she might as well just tell the truth and, like, save us the trouble of asking her to... whatever. again. Well, alright then. I thought there might be something worth having underneath it, So I blasted the flippin' thing. Sorry, I flipped the blasted thing. You're telling us that you did move the board. I think that did slip out, didn't it? God damn it, dude. You daft bombpot. I don't believe it. That girl doesn't think. So, did you find anything then? Something that you might have taken, perhaps? To sell? Oh, please, I should be so lucky. In my the truth, now. I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. But a bit of junk like this can't be worth much if you ask. Huh? Gina! It was you, was it? You're the one who took it. Where did you come from? Young lady, may I remind you where you are? That watch there. That was a present to Inspector Gregson from the yard for a big case he solved 10 years ago. The Professor case, no doubt. The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail. He was waiting for a scrub to come at the pub. Oh, I see. I swiped it off him once on Blimey and he was upset. He gave me a right earful. Said he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years polishing it and winding it. It meant the world to him, that watch did. Possibly not the best thing to go diving for then. No. It's not all that though. I took it to James that night to ask how much it was worth, but the old dealer wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't give me a penny for it, said it wasn't working. Knocked about and worthless, he called it. Well, I mean, it's... Huh. I knew I should have lifted it. Hot, actual hero. I cannot get over that sign. That watch must be submitted as evidence at once. Oh, please, just so long as you promise to give it back when we're done. It's not yours. Absolutely not. Not a chance. I'll swipe it off you if you try to get your grubby mitts on it again. Now, children, watch your manners. Ryunosuke, you're not that much older than them, are you? It doesn't say his name. I mean his age. But he's like the same age as Kazuma, so... Okay, so Kazuma's 24. Gossip, we have no idea, so he's the peddler. No idea. It's Beppo. He looks somewhat familiar somehow. Oh, I love that. Wait, hold on. He's 43. Okay. Oh no! More than likely it shattered when the inspector was shot. It doesn't tick anymore either. Which is why James didn't want it. What a waste, eh? At the hour of 5. Wait! That means he had to have been shot at 5. So if he was shot at 5 o'clock, and that was when he was supposed to meet, but they say that Van Zieks went into the building 15 minutes after, then he had to have been shot at 5, not at 15 minutes after, whenever he went into the building. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Exactly when the gunshot was heard then. Which supports the prosecution's claim, of course. That doesn't make sense. Wait, they say they heard the gunshot at around 5, yet they say that Van Zieks had walked in 15 minutes after, unless the guy went in early and then he came in at 5. I don't know. But you did go see what had happened in the room, didn't you? That is true. Beppo, can you, like, just be straight with us for once? Did you notice the notice board in the room? If you think about it, we're both the same species, aren't we? Both different members of the sign family. So if I'd spotted it, I might have tried to trip it up out of a sense of rivalry, I admit. What the fuck? Someone really needs to tell you that you're Homo sapiens, not Homo sapiens. That's not very good, you know. Does that mean you didn't notice a notice board? I can only repeat what I said before. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life. Okay, dude. We're not really getting anywhere now, are we? Does he really, though? I don't think so. What exactly do you mean by that? Oh, come on now. Don't tell us you've not noticed. He looks like he hates everything in the world, that fella. But not notice boards. They're the one thing he likes. You can see it in his eyes. Not really. I can't say I'd ever noticed. I'll tell you one thing for free, though. I never took my eyes off the man on the floor, or off the Reaper, not for 1 second. Well, you can't do both. Sorry? Well, I wasn't that scared I couldn't. You never know what a fiend like that might do if you look away, do you? Okay. I guess that's fair. If you didn't take your eyes off the defendant, you should be able to confirm categorically whether or not he was the one who moved the notice board. Why are we bullying? I don't know. So the Reaper didn't move it, or Van Zieks didn't move it. Okay, right. Glad we cleared that up. What happened to the face that screams bored? That's true. I feel your pain, Kazuma. Oh my god. I still think what they heard was the firecrackers to make it sound like a gunshot and then blame Van Zieks on what happened. It was 5 o'clock in the afternoon that you all heard a loud bang, wasn't it? Maybe that. Why is that jingle always happening when Beppo shows up? I don't understand. Maybe the notice board fell over, or maybe it didn't. Maybe I fell over, or maybe I didn't. But the Reaper's fate is sealed either way because of that gunshot we all heard. So your fate's sealed too. No! Shut up, Beppo! That's right, the defense is fated to lose. Kazuma, you shut the fuck up, okay? And the prosecution to win. No! We will win. Fuck you. In other words, it all hinges on that single gunshot. So if I could just find some problem with the part of their story, it may be possible to change all our fates. Of course, none of that changes the fact that I heard what I heard, does it? Not much to go on. As you've pointed out, Mr. Naruhodo, there's no question that the notice board was moved, so somebody must have done it. But it did happen after the event, so maybe Kazuma is right, and it's not relevant to the case. No, it is relevant, even if it did happen after. Okay, let's see. Alright then. Wipe your hands on it. Wait, whatever I got right now. Well, I haven't looked at this yet. The glass over the face really is badly cracked. Look! What a shame when the inspector clearly looked after it so carefully. I imagine Mr. Sholmes could repair it, don't you? I don't know. Yes, I should think so. He's very adept at things like this. A useful man to have around, in fact. Oh! I know what that little toy policeman is for. There's a tiny keyhole here, can you see? Oh yes, that's probably for the winder used to wind up the mechanism. It looks a little unusual, don't you think? Yes, you need just the right key to wind it, I imagine. Why do I feel as though I've seen something? Something a bit like a key that's about the right size to fit in this hole. Because you have! We do have the key! Okay, let's look at this too, though. It looks like it's broken, though. There should be like a little nub thing. I suppose there must have been a little knob or something on that for setting the time. In that case, seeing as we know the inspector took such good care of this watch, it probably broke when the incident occurred, didn't it? Yes, of course! Oh, voice. Which could mean that there's a small part of the watch still at the scene. Maybe. Okay, do I have to inspect this thing again then? Because it looks like it'll fit. Because we can spin it. Who would have thought that this was to wind up a pocket watch? It's a key! Oh, we're not gonna, like, try it? Mrs. Sato, do you think perhaps this key could be the key for Inspector Gregson's watch? Oh, there we go. Oh yes, it could be. Let's try it at once. There's not a moment to lose. Come on, go! Let's try it. As the prosecution and the judge and the witnesses watch us do this. I knew it. A perfect fit. And look! The inspector's watch has started going again. So it's obviously not been wound up, that's all. What is it, Mrs. Sato? Well, if the watch isn't actually broken after all, I have a feeling it could have profound implications. She's deep in thought now. Perhaps I'd better start thinking deeply too. So it's not broken. Maybe I did sneak along, gossip. I'm kind of confused because our speculation is that it's broken because he was shot at, so it broke during that time, and so that's why it stopped working at 5. So maybe he just didn't wind it up yet to change the time, maybe? And so maybe he died at an earlier time or later time, I don't know. Because if we go by that logic, we can, what is it? present it here. The pocket watch I made. Saving though, because you never know. Let's try. Yeah. Sorry, my brother's feeding our cat. Okay. I'm afraid that's not necessarily the case. Oh. At the scene, we found this key to the wind of the inspector's pocket watch. A key. And having wound the pocket watch, we discovered that it in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. And that fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on which this entire case has been built. What do you mean? It just needed to be wound up. Stop throwing that shit. The time that was showing on the watch tells us nothing other than when it wound down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock. It's weird to see the prosecution's objection not be the fancy, like, gothic style font. Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that's obviously when the crime was committed. No, that doesn't hold. Why not? Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. So he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years polishing and winding it. It meant the world to him, that watch did. Okay, so that... So he didn't have a chance to do it yet. The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day, in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well. Maybe he winds it up at around 5. But if that's the case, you wouldn't expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. In summary, the evening before the day of the incident, when the gunshot rang out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch. You can't mean. What would stop a man winding his watch if he'd been in the habit of winding it every single day, every single evening for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was already dead. Wait! How long was he dead for then? He looks like he needs to go to the bathroom. Kazuma, your objections are a little weak, I'm sorry to say. Extraordinary isn't the word, it's absurd. You claim he was already dead the night before. Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that? Well, the coroner didn't even put a time. There's no time of death on there at all. On that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report. The time of death is not noted. That's right. What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in the dirty great puddle of blood. Yes, so the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh. I mean, it could be... Was it really blood? Thank you, Susato. I know, right? But the blood could be explained in any other number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's body after he... Oh, now you're going with the learned friends shit. Kazuma, please. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want to look at. Also, if the blood was coming from Gregson, his clothing is very clean. Just saying. Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on every street corner? No. Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course. Thank you, Susato again. Yes. We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human. I mean, fresh blood isn't hard to get. All people have it. That is true. So then, a chicken's blood could have been used, for example. Excuse me. It's certainly a possibility that it wasn't the inspector's blood at all. Now Beppo looks like he needs to use the bathroom. But the gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question. Is it, though? What? Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibility that these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all. Oh please, what are you trying to say? Yeah, there's a girl right next to you who sells things that make a loud banging noise. I'm saying multiple. Dude, you still have that? I don't doubt your ears, sir, but all you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise. A noise that sounds like a gunshot could have been made with... Finally! This! Something like this. The culprit could have set off one of these to fake a gunshot. Now hold on a minute, are you saying I did it? No, we're saying someone used it, but you're the one that sells them. Yeah, but what about the Venus Special? Not 100 of them together. The Venus Special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. It does sound pretty loud. As the court can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact. Wow, that must hurt. You're trying to suggest that somebody set one of those fireworks off at the scene. I'm suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day, and sought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for those peddlers on Fresno Street to hear. But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Baroque Van Zieks. I mean, they could have hung it above, maybe, or something, I don't know. Set a trap. Like the candle. One whiff of a match and my firecrackers go pop. See? It's why people like them. I think that maybe the reason why this is blackened like this wasn't from a gunshot, but a firecracker. And that's what Van Zieks heard. Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learnt of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb. Oh my god. No! Okay. Yes, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Naruhodo, I worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident. No! No. Wait, it's that whenever you like part that's important. A timed device. Yes, exactly. A timed device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left. Oh, come on. The prosecution never needs to bring up evidence. The candle? Or the watch? No, but the watch is Gregson, so that doesn't make sense. So it would have to be the candle. If what I thought before is correct, then it has to be the candle. Wait, the candle is here. Candelabrum. This one. As the court has already discussed, the tip of one of the candles in this candelabrum, I don't know, I already forgot, has been blown off. I don't think that's possible, my lord. Not possible? Why? Because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle. But it could have been from... It could have been from the other thing. That's right, there was. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun. Which means that the scorchings on the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot. Oh, that is true. The fact that there's such visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or to put it another way, the candle and firecrackers were joined together. Oh! I see. The culprit somehow attached the firecrackers at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burned down along with the other two, until eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud bang. Wow, okay. And that is how these three witnesses came to believe they'd heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock. Oh, come on. What? Yeah, but they had a trunk. The person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely, wearing the red hairpiece. It was the same person who contrived the firecrackers trick. In other words, Inspector Gregson's killer. I think he is definitely involved because his wife's photo is in that room, and that's really weird. Like, why would her photo be there? That makes no sense. Whoops, no. Nope. Huh? Who's laughing? Kazuma, please. Stop! Why are you laughing? Ooh, very impressive. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kazuma? I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. Stop laughing, I know. But after all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer? Aww. Is he having fun? Is that what this is? Maybe he is. He's like, I'm having a good debate with my best friend. And I'm like, dude, we're trying to take this very seriously, you know? Is he just being a dork? Probably. I also noted the lack of time of death in this report, a stark omission. But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired. Dude, this is a trial for someone's life. I know, like, dude, this is not the time. Take this seriously. This isn't mock trial. I hear that many of the leading members of Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today. So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked. The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopwatch is just conjecture. But, while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it. Man, your charisma is strong. And what immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Gregson doing and where did he go on the day before the incident? This music, sorry, I still can't get over it. Do you know? The inspector always carried out his investigative work alone. His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard. However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'd say it's fairly apparent that what case the man was pursuing, wouldn't you, my learned friend? I do have a feeling about what case he might have been investigating. Yes, I agree, surely. My lord, the defense believes it can explain to the court the case that was being investigated by Inspector Gregson at the time of his death. Wait, is there a case related to the Red Headed League? Because that would make sense with the red wig. Because it is weird. I believe this red hairpiece points to the answer. We might assume he was part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation. No, but it's... Look at this article, sir. Yes, that's quite true. It would definitely have made him stand out in a crowd. Except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League. Yes. So, you'd already worked it out. It's in the newspaper. The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for a grand deception. Oh, so it is. They've been targeting red-headed men across all of London and tricking them out of small sums of money. 2 men were arrested for the misdemeanor, only yesterday in fact. Oh right, the 2 men that were at Sholmes' office. I remember. My lord, the defense calls for those 2 men to be summoned at once. That sign is so funny. Why does it say that? Hot actual hero. I don't get it. Inspector Gregson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece, so it's very likely that he had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. We need to bring him in. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us to, at least. Anything that will help this trial move on is important. So, I'm glad we got this. At once, my lord. Drag it out. I know. We need the time. To be continued. We'll do the recess and then take a break. Being in trial with Kazuma is not really how I expected it to be, but it's interesting. It's interesting.